You have a big vision and people need to hear it.
We love big vision because that's kind of the soil that you sow in, right? That's your currency for getting big things done. But if you've ever tried to get big things done, there's some hurdles. There's some challenges involved to get your vision pushed forward.
Seriously, one of my favorite things that I get to do in my life right now is hear big vision every day and every week. And whether it's a church planner that's just getting started, or it's an entrepreneur just getting ready to launch out, or it's a very established church or a large nonprofit with international influence, both have that same currency, that same soil going on. And you know what's funny is some of the hurdles are exactly the same, no matter what size the organization.
I mean, you've got to get people on board. And to get people on board, you've got to sell that vision. That is what you're selling. You're still a salesman, no matter what, no matter how nonprofit you are here. You are selling that vision. You're selling them on this picture of the future, and you're giving them a chance to be a part. And I think that's always going to be a challenge, because you have to get better and better at communicating not just the vision itself, but how they get to be a part in it. Because your vision can't be about you.
You know, let me just say real quick that, you know what, the truth is, vision is what people want to be a part of more than a paycheck. That, and I know for those of you that are just getting ready to start and you're like, I can't even pay anybody yet, I've got volunteers, you think that that's, you know, the biggest challenge is that you can't pay them. But the studies have proven that people, yeah, they got basic needs, and people want to get paid in life, and they should be. But the truth is, the longevity and what connects and what really motivates people, regardless of the size of the organization they work for, is vision and not just a paycheck. And I say that to those that are getting ready to start. I see a lot of time, even church planners who, when they're thinking about raising money, they're already thinking about, I want to pay this person on the team, I'm going to pay this person. My encouragement would be not to pay anyone out of a finite resource, all right? So hashtag church planner tip, don't pay people out of a finite resource. If they want to raise money, that's fine. But really, regardless of whether it's a brand new organization, a church plant, or a brand new business, or it's been established, the paycheck and the pay scale is going to be far less motivating than what you might think at the outset.
What are the components of a compelling vision, Jason? How do you communicate that vision in a way that sells to people?
Oh man, that is good. I think in as many different ways as you possibly can. I think you have got to be able to articulate. You got to be able to communicate that vision first and foremost. One, I think you mentioned a second ago, you said it can't be about you. I think your big vision, if it's just about you and your success and you're the leader, and that's hard to separate, because if your organization grows, you should be celebrated, and you will be. But I think the big in big vision should really be that it's bigger than you, that it's really about those you serve or those you serve with.
I think that's good. And I think a lot of people are also thinking about, but I need money.
Money, people and money. That's it. If I just had more people and I just had more money.
Right. And so the money is a challenge too. And that's, again, your ability to sell this is selling the vision to people who would give. And the money will follow that communication of the vision. If you're painting a picture of a world that people want to see, there are people who have money that would love to give it to someone who is going to actually make the world better.
It's a challenging reality that right now in the United States, more money percentage-wise per capita is given to nonprofits. That means we're living in some of the most generous days our country has ever seen. Kudos, America, right? But less money percentage-wise per capita is going to fund the local church. And I know so many of you that are watching this are church planners and church leaders. All right. And you may not be in that category, but so many are. And that's a challenge why isn't that money coming in to your ministry? Well, to me, why aren't people volunteering at your ministry? Regardless, it's a vision issue.
And a confidence issue. I think you have to have the vision, and you have to inspire confidence that by partnering with you and the thing that you're building, that your vision can come to pass. And I think that's where the next step comes along, that you can't just have the vision. You have to start boiling that down into steps, into practical steps that people can take to actually move forward into this vision. Practical steps that people can come on board and participate in or give to, with milestones along the way. Because your big vision, that may not happen in the next 3 months, 1 year, 5 years. It could take a while. You're going to have to give a plan that people can buy into.
Yeah. And I love that, because that gets really, really practical. And I know there's a lot of memes out there, a lot of communication out there, dream so big, only God could do it. But listen, God isn't just going to do it. He's going to ask you to do it. You're the one that's entrusted with the leadership of this, and you've got to make it simple. You've got to make it applicable. And when I think about, man, how can I take this big dream, this big vision, and I can make it simple? You know what I do? I steal from others. It's not illegal stealing, but just like I learn. I got to be a learner. And I wasn't always doing that, but I've learned to learn again. And so I'm going to read the books on what others did also. I'm going to watch what others that have the same kind of church or the same kind of organization or the same kind of business that I want to create and do. What have they done to communicate? I'm going to watch online videos. Hey, what's up? You're doing it right now. Okay, so I want to become a learner, but then, I've got to communicate. I don't know if you remember one time I used this illustration about vision leaks. I stole that from somebody, right? Vision leaks. And so I thought, man, this will be a great illustration. I got our leadership team together. And I got this big jug of water, and I said, hold out your hands. And we were in like our staff meeting, and I filled up their hands with water, and of course it's leaking everywhere. And I remember some of those that had the more, you got to surround yourself with different kinds of people, but everybody that had these are the rules, we got to follow them, we need a system for all this. They weren't so happy with the fact that water was leaking out of their hands because of my illustration all over the floor and all over. And but the truth is, in that, vision does leak. You can pour water in your hands, but it's going to be hard to hold it all in there for very long. So you got to keep pouring it in.
And you'll feel like you have said this 1,000 times. Maybe you have. But that is no guarantee that it has been received in their minds. You got to keep saying it. And when you are desperately tired of saying it, you might just be starting to cast it enough.
Yeah. They should just get it though, shouldn't they? That's how it feels like. They should just get it by now. I love Habakkuk 2 in verse 2. It just says, hey, write it down. Make it plain, so that they can run with it, right? I'm paraphrasing, butchering it, I get it, but you got to write it down. You got to make it plain. You got to make it simple so that those who run with it can run with it. They can run with that. The builders that are building this vision and dream, because it's bigger than just you, you're going to need others. Yeah, you're going to need people, you're going to need money, but how can they build? How can they run? What direction are they supposed to run in?
In fact, we got a challenge for you. We'd love to hear your big visions. We love nothing more than big visions. And so why don't you write your big vision in the comments below? We'd love to hear what you got going on. And maybe, just maybe, somebody else watching this is going to buy into that vision and become a key partner in your future.
Absolutely. Maybe they are the people. Maybe they have the finances. So let me encourage you to think about next steps when you write out your big vision. Think about milestones and the victories that are going to happen at this stage and the next. And remember where we started, that it's not just about you. Write your vision. Let me challenge you to write your vision so big that it's not just about you, but it's about those who are going to buy in, those that are going to come and serve, those that are going to come and give. Let's share it. Let's share how we write it so that we can all get better at dreaming big and having big vision, but seeing big vision become a reality.